What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another Pitching Ninja's Filthiest Pitches of the Day. Before we get to those pitches, remember, hit that subscribe button, join Ninja Nation, and now without further ado, here are my filthiest pitches of the day. I'm going to start with Graham Ashcraft, who threw 8 1/3 innings, giving up no earned runs, and had 3 Ks. He had his sinker, cutter, and slider all working. He may not have racked up a ton of Ks, but 8 1/3 innings, well done. He was up against Braxton Garrett, who did rack up a ton of Ks with 11 strikeouts in 5 2/3 innings thanks to his changeup and slider. Garrett has been striking out a ton of folks lately. His last 4 games, 11, 8, 7, and 11 Ks. Chris Archer had 8 strikeouts in 4 1/3 innings thanks mostly to his sliders. Corbin Burns had 6 Ks in 5 1/3 innings on a variety of pitches, including his slider, curveball, changeup, and even his two-seamer. But he did give up 4 runs in a rare bad game for Corbin. Cutter Crawford pitched brilliantly for Boston yesterday with 6 strikeouts and 6 innings, giving up only 1 run. He had this beautiful backdoor cutter, and his curveball and changeup were both working as well. He outdueled Christian Javier, who had 7 strikeouts in 6 innings, giving up 2 runs. Lucas Giolito had 7 strikeouts in 5 innings with his changeup and slider. Jordan Lyles had 7 strikeouts in 7 innings thanks to his fastball and breaking ball. Kevin Gausman had 10 strikeouts in 8 innings and, of course, had his wicked splitters and a 97-mile-an-hour fastball working. His splitter is so filthy. Yu Darvish had 7 strikeouts in 6 innings and had his slider, cutter, and a 97-mile-an-hour fastball working. Here's an overlay of Darvish's fastball and cutter. You can see what makes that combo so lethal. And here's a quick comparison of Darvish's slider and cutter grip. You can see he's slightly more behind the ball on his cutter. I interviewed Darvish, and his description of his cutter was fascinating. You can see how he changes speeds by just moving around his thumb.
When I put here, it's going to be a 90, 91. When I put here, like 82 to 85, and then 87, 88. Then when you move this way, the ball moves more that way. When I top of a ball goes that way.
Darvish also unveiled his new Pitching Ninja shirt yesterday. You go, you. Tristan McKenzie had this wicked curveball. And what may have been the biggest highlight yesterday, Jacob deGrom was back and DeGoat was electric. In case y'all forgot, he's really good. Look at these absolutely ridiculous sliders. Just wicked movement at 93 miles an hour, and he was up to 95 miles an hour on his slider. He also hit 102 miles an hour on his fastball in the first inning. There's something beautiful about the way deGrom throws. It's like effortless velo. And the beauty of this 102 mile an hour fastball clearly blinded the umpire. Here's an overlay of deGrom's 101 mile an hour fastball and 93 mile an hour slider. You can see what makes that slider so deadly. It stays in the plane of that fastball and then drops. So you're up there basically guessing. And he has pinpoint control of both of those pitches. Baseball is better with Jacob deGrom on the mound. But my filthiest pitcher yesterday was Spencer Strider. Quadzilla was absolutely electric. Strider's fastball topped out at 100.5 miles an hour, which, while 1.1 miles an hour slower than deGrom, is still pretty darn good. And his sliders, man, they were nasty. He had 13 strikeouts in 6 2/3 innings, and it's just incredibly fun to watch pitch. In fact, as an Atlanta guy, I've been watching Braves games for a long time, and I'm not sure I remember a starting pitcher this electric for the Braves, and that includes John Smoltz. In fact, Kerry Wood holds the all-time rookie record for K per 9 at 12.6, and Spencer Strider right now has 13.8 Ks per 9. And here's some overlays so you can see why. I overlay his fastball and his slider, and you can see how these pitches look the exact same. And with that dominating upper 90s to 100 mile an hour fastball, you have to make a quick decision between that slider and the fastball, or the fastball will be by you. So as a hitter, you end up chasing the slider. Good luck. Now on to my filthiest relievers. Jimmy the Human Glitch Herget was back and had these nasty curveballs. Matt Brash had this ridiculous slider. You have to appreciate it from this home plate view. Like, what are you going to do with this pitch? Yerry De Los Santos had these wicked two-seamers. Jake Diekman had these 6 sliders. Josh Hader of the San Diego Padres had this fastball. This is going to take a while to get used to. Hobie Milner had this filth. Jordan Hicks had this disgusting slider. But my filthiest reliever from yesterday was Andres Munoz, who had this 103 mile an hour get me over 3-0 fastball to Judge, and also had these vicious sliders at up to 93 miles an hour. Ouch. And now, my pitching ninja moment of zen. It's not often you see a ball put in play off the knob of the bat, but it's also not every day that you face Mickey Janis's knuckleball. What's up, Ninja Nation? My picks of the day today are for Luis Castillo of the Seattle Mariners to have 8 strikeouts or more, and for Charlie Morton to have 8 strikeouts or more. Here's the current line. What would be your picks of the day?